In the last couple of years, I got a lot of questions about how I make a Lego gun. This video is made for answering that question. Please notice that this isn't a tutorial. This is just a general explanation of how I build Lego guns. If you have any other questions, comment them and I'll try to answer them as completely as possible. There are certain pieces every Lego gun has. Those pieces are the walls, the roof, the barrel, the bolts, the mechanism and the handle. There are some aesthetic pieces too, like the sights. You have the magazine, in this case under the barrel, and the stock. These pieces are only used to make the gun more realistic. In the mechanism part we have the trigger mechanism, the trigger safety mechanism, and the feeding mechanism. Usually I start thinking about what type of gun I want to make. An assault rifle, a sniper, a pistol. Then I look at the stats of the gun. Is it semi-auto, full auto? Maybe it's bolt action or pump action. After that I decide what type of ammo I want to use. Simple bricks, or maybe long bullets, tiny bullets, mid-range bullets. Then I start thinking for a system. That is kind of a problem because you can look up systems, but I don't like that. I usually invent them myself. You can reuse systems from other guns, but you need to keep in mind every gun is unique. You can't put the same system in another gun. It won't work. When I decided all that, I get a picture of the gun, print it out and get it in front of me. Then I'll start building a wall. Tiny bit bigger than the original and full of holes, not like this. Just one big flat plate full of holes. Then you start making a prototype of your mechanism. This is very important because if you don't have a mechanism, your gun won't work. Please notice, your prototype will almost never work from the first time, not even the second time. To me, it mostly works after rebuilding the whole system like 30 times. So don't be mad if it doesn't work the first time. It usually helps when you build the handle first, so you kind of know how your gun will look. This is not a must, this is just to help you out building your mechanism. Also, leave room for your trigger mechanism. Otherwise it will get a bit finicky and your system will not work that good and your trigger will block and yeah, it's not fun. When I have a gun with a magazine, I build that first and build around it, and that goes a lot quicker than just building at random. The shape of your barrel has to be adjusted to the shape of your bullet. When you've finished your barrel and tested your mechanism several times to see if any jams happen, then you can move on to the aesthetics of the gun. The first thing I do is rebuild the walls to the shape of the real steel. So it's not one big rectangle, but nicely shaped. Also, reinforce your walls so they won't fall apart when somebody reloads your gun a bit too brutally. Now, with balls and barrel in place, you can start building your bolt. This is the piece that will decide how hard your gun will shoot. Mostly, I just start building something like this and just add pieces onto it and then finish it. Make sure you can remove your bolt easily from the gun, because when your rubber band breaks, you need to replace it. And believe me, Lego guns are rubber band monsters. They eat them like cookies. Now, with bolt in place, it's time to work on the roof. This is the part that will hold your walls together, so it's very important. Now it's time for the aesthetics. Add on some sights and some other pieces to make your gun look more realistic. When the real steel has a possibility of having a stock, please add it in. And when it's collapsible, please do it too. Now it's time for some serious testing, because it's not sure if it's reliable or not. Testing isn't difficult. Just shoot it a few times, upside down, sideways, and see if any jams occur. Now everything's tested and sorted out, it's done. If you still have questions about making a Lego gun, write them in the comments and I'll answer them. Now thank you guys so much for watching this. If you liked it, shoot that like button with Lego and I'll see you guys next time.